In today's video, we're seeing what happens if we run cinnamon, a highly flammable powder, through fire at high speeds using our sandblaster. Guys, not too long ago we did a video showing you some cool things you could do with cinnamon, throwing it through a fire, and how it not only burns, but makes some really cool sparks.
A lot of people commented to see if we could actually put cinnamon in our DIY sandblaster and shoot it through a flame.
So we decided not only are we going to try that, but we've also got a couple other types of flammable powder that we're also going to try throwing in our sandblaster. And then we thought we might scale it up as well.
Some of you may remember our fire extinguisher flamethrower. We're going to fill it with cinnamon.
And the other two powders.
And everything else.
This is just a really high volume of powder at once, and we want to see how it works.
Here's the basic idea. We have 3 different highly flammable powders. We are going to put those into our DIY sandblaster, shoot them through a fire, and see what happens.
So let's hook up our sandblaster to a compressor, fill it with cinnamon, maybe build the fire up a little bit more, and then shoot it through, see what it's going to do. Okay, at this point, we have airflow, and I'm keeping the whole thing turned upside down so that the cinnamon is not flowing into it, so it should just be air. I've got it on fairly low PSI at the moment. Let's just give a blast into the fire. This is going to be extra oxygen, should help the fire grow a little bit.
That looks amazing.
Let's add a little bit more lighter fluid because if you haven't seen that other video, to get the effect from the cinnamon, that spark effect, it really works better if it goes through the open flames at the top. With sugar and coffee creamer, sometimes it works better if you throw it down onto the fire, but with cinnamon, you really want it to go through the flames. Okay, air compressor with cinnamon.
Come on, cinnamon! Yeah! Woo!
Okay, that's about what I thought might happen. While it's blowing through, the volume of cinnamon is pretty low, and the speed is quite high. So I think it's just flying right through without having a chance to catch on fire. But you may have seen when this sandblaster goes, air travels through this pipe. There's a hole down in the bottom of this pipe, and the cinnamon should be feeding down through that. The Bernoulli effect of the fast moving air through the tube sucks some of the cinnamon into the tube. In the process, however, it does add a little bit of pressure into the bottle itself that's full of cinnamon. And when all of the fast moving air is turned off because I release the trigger, there's still pressure in that bottle and that squeezes a little bit. And we have a higher volume but much slower amount of cinnamon that then comes out as that stream of thick cinnamon that you were seeing before. So there's the high volume, and then when I let go, there's this secondary, slower but larger quantity of cinnamon. And that, I think, is what's actually catching well.
Yeah! Oh, that looks so cool!
That really is like a cinnamon flamethrower right there. We're trying this again. We've turned up the pressure. Before we were running at about 25 PSI. Now we're running at about 80. Ow.
Why would you?
I was just trying to clean the extra cinnamon off my hand.
Ready?
Ready.
Yes!
Oh, that was like our best one yet.
Oh, I love that.
Is that pretty much out again?
Oh, that is how fast we are going through cinnamon.
At this higher pressure, those spurts, like this bottle was half full.
It's super fine,
quick.
so it doesn't last nearly as long as like a salt or a coarser grit.
Yeah. Here goes.
What?
That was a 10-foot purple flamethrower.
Holy cow. Yes!
That
Okay.
was beautiful. Coffee creamer. This stuff is fun. Flares up nicely. I've got high hopes for this.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Yes, it will. Fill her up. It also pours a lot more easily than the powdered
Yeah,
sugar
it
or
does.
cinnamon. Yummy. Ooh, that's a really good flame, but it seems, I think it's so flammable that it just all burns.
Way too fast.
Yeah, so that's short.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a really good
Wow.
flame. That looks, it's just like straight up dragon fire, like it goes straight and concentrated, but it all
seems-
burns up.
It seems a lot more intense than the other ones.
I think it does, yeah.
The other one's like, I'm not too afraid to be that close. So long as you're not standing in the dust cloud of the cinnamon or the powdered sugar, then you're pretty safe. This one, I would not want to be close to. All right, so we are mixing all three now because we want to know what's going to happen.
Maybe we'll get purple, sparks, and intense fire.
Oh, yes.
That'll be neat. The cinnamon, of course, is the strongest flavor, but you get some
Yeah,
good sugar and
That's why it's delicious.
yeah, yeah. I don't really
Yeah.
see the purple, but it's got a good flame and it's got sparks from the cinnamon.
That's fun.
I like it.
Whoa, okay.
Nice. Now we want to try scaling this up a little bit, maybe not in terms of pressure, but definitely in terms of volume. So we're going to be using our good old flamethrower made out of a fire extinguisher. It's got a Schrader valve on it so we can add pressure with a bike pump. We're just going to add powder in here. We're going to start out with a mixture that's mostly powdered sugar with some cinnamon coffee creamer in it. And then I think we'll also try one that's just cinnamon to see how much of a spray and sparks we get off of that. That is delicious. This one's mostly powdered sugar, a little bit of coffee creamer and cinnamon in it. Three,
Yes!
2, 1.
Woo!
That was amazing.
This is my new favorite toy ever.
Man, that worked well.
Oh my gosh.
That worked so well.
That is my favorite.
Woo! That was.
Do it again.
Well, it's empty.
No.
We have to refill now. I think we got double the distance that we had with our small scale one. So it was mostly
Okay.
powdered sugar. So you saw we got some good purple.
Yes, that was gorgeous.
I like that. And then we got a little bit of the sparkling in there from the cinnamon. The coffee creamer may have helped a little bit with some more orange or keeping it all together. That looked really
No.
cool, but I do want to try one that's just cinnamon. That is a fire extinguisher full of cinnamon,
I've never been so happy.
which is a weird thing to say. Not sure if anyone's ever said that before.
For anyone who gets this, today is January 30th, 2019, and a very certain game is currently at my house waiting for me to play. This is my only consolation.
Here we go. About 99% cinnamon, little bits of residue from the other powders in there. And go for it. So much spark!
Yes!
I don't think it burned quite as well, but the sparks were unreal.
That was just like
crazy.
a giant sparkly fireball.
Pure
I don't
sparks.
even care. That was amazing.
That's really fun. I really like that.
Guys, that's not all. We've always got more for you to see. This box up here at the top will take you to our latest video. That box at the bottom is what YouTube thinks you should be watching next. Hit this bomb in the middle to subscribe to the club so you never miss out on the fun. Don't forget to ring that bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.